Hello people, welcome back to Python for Everyone. Previously we covered a lot of string methods, functions, how to index in that, how to slice a string, how to manipulate it, how to concatenate it. Today we will explore Python's arithmetic operations which work with integers. We will cover those in depth. Arithmetic operations are the foundations of any programming language, and Python makes them easy and intuitive. First of all, we're going to start with addition and subtraction. Let's go for it. Here we go. First of all, okay, if either of you is wondering how, and I type things like this, you simply add an hashtag and Python will not try to read whatever you have typed as a code, as part of a code. It will just read it as a statement and ignore it, basically. Arithmetic operations, there we go. All right, let's start with the first one. Let's take a variable a, okay, and it's 5. Second variable is 3. What I want to do is addition. Okay, as we have learned in school, addition plus sign, that's about it. So we can do it two ways. We print 5 plus 3, we get an output, or we create a third variable where we perform our arithmetic operation and then get it printed. Variable which is a plus b, okay, and now we print c. There we go. So it picked up the value of a in this cell, which is 5, and it's adding it to the value of b, which is 3 in this cell, and performing the arithmetic operation. You can simply just go about doing this as well. Okay, but in case you're working with a bigger data set, you can have several variables and then have it printed. Okay. All right, the next one is subtraction. Simple as that, simple as addition. A is equal to 2, basically 5, B is equal to 2, and C is equal to A minus B. And the C will be 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. That's about it. You can simply do this as well. Okay. Or you can use the print function to get it done like this. Or print A minus B. See, multiple ways of achieving the same goal. The next one that we will cover is multiplication. Okay, the same fundament goes around a variable that we have assigned. Let's say 2, b is let's say 5. Okay, we want it printed. What's the arithmetic operation used over here? The multiplication sign. Okay, that's about it. A multiplied by b, and we have our output. 2 multiplied by 5 is 10. We can simply do this, a multiplied by b, 10 again, or directly the integers over here, okay, like this, or you can store the value into a third variable like this, and then have it printed. Same. Okay, the next one is division. Same method. A is, let's say, 4, B is, let's say, 2. We want to get it printed. A divided by B What is it? 2.0. Now, over here you must notice that the output is coming in float value, float. 2.0, it's not showing just as 2. See, over here I put integers. I didn't put 4.0 or 2.0. I didn't put that, but the output is still, I only put integers. I didn't put floats over there, and still the output is in float. We will cover that, why I'm focusing on that now. Another arithmetic operation that we deal with Python is floor division. Okay, it's basically the same thing that we do with division. However, when you divide something using this /, in Python, it gives you a float output. In float division, what it does is it rounds up, even if it's coming to be, a decimal point, it still rounds up and gives you a whole integer. That's what it does. For example, if I have A as 10, okay, B as 3, and I have it divided, A divided by B, okay, and let's say that I will, I'm trying to calculate the floor division of A from B. So I'll put 2 / and B. There we go. Do you see the difference? The first one was simple division. So we have a float value over here. Okay. This is how you calculate floor division in Python, double /. Okay, and it's coming up to be a whole integer. It rounded up the decimal value into a whole integer. You can do it directly as well, basically just the same thing as we did with multiplication, addition, and subtraction, like that. Okay, but we use variables wherein where we want to save the value for future purposes. Okay. Now let's move on to the next arithmetic operation, which is modulus. Basically, this one returns the remainder of a division. See, when we use division over here, it gives us the quotient. Okay, 4 divided by 2, it gives us the quotient, which is 2. Floor division does the same thing. Okay, but when you calculate a modulus, it gives you the remainder once you have divided certain numbers. For example, and this is the syntax, this is the sign, this is a special character that you will use in order to calculate a modulus. So if we calculate 10 divided by 3, the remainder will be 1. Okay, or if we calculate 10 divided by 2, the remainder will be 0. Okay, it's the same thing. A is, it can be 6, B can be 2. Okay, and let's try printing it. A modulus B, 0. It's simple division. We know the remainder will be 0, so it's easy for you to understand what exactly I'm trying to convey over here. All right, the next arithmetic operation is exponentiation. Okay, it's basically exponents raised to the power. Okay, I don't know if you remember it. Exponents. Basically, how we say is, let's say I'm trying to calculate 5 raised to the power 3. 5 raised to the power 3, and we will type it as 5 raised to the power 3. This is a syntax. This is how you calculate exponents in Python. This basically means 5 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. Okay? The answer is 125. Okay? Let's say I want to print it. 5 raised to the power 3. 125. Okay, I'll do it again. Print. Let's say 2 raised to the power 2, 4. It's basically 2 multiplied by 2. That's about it. Okay, it raises one number to the power of another. As simple as that. If it was, let's say, 2 raised to the power 3, it will be 8. I hope you have been following me so far. Now we will cover PEDMAS or BODMAS. I don't know, it totally depends on the region where you come from, and it's called either PEDMAS or BODMAS. Okay, basically, parenthesis, exponents, division and multiplication, addition and subtraction. It goes from left to right. The first thing, an equation could have brackets, it could have exponents in it, but the first thing that Python will work on will be parentheses or any kind of brackets, and then the exponents, and then the division or multiplication, whichever is going from left to right. Same goes for addition and subtraction. Let's try an example over here. Okay, example is, let's say I have brackets over here, which is 2 plus 3. Okay, but outside the brackets, I have another one multiplied by 4. So what it will do is, it will calculate this first, and then it will multiply it by 4. So parenthesis will be first. Okay. Oh, I didn't type it. Oh, sorry. There we go. 2 plus 3 is 5, multiplied by 4, it's 20. I hope it's simple enough, the example that I've mentioned over here. Let's try another one. We have example 2, 1, x1 over there. So let's say no brackets this time, but it's just 2 plus 3 multiplied by 4. Okay. Over here, as there are no brackets like this example, okay, we don't have parentheses over here, we don't have any brackets over here. So what it will do is, it will calculate the multiplication sign first. So it will do a 3 multiplied by 4, and then it will add 2. So 3 multiplied by 4 is 12 plus 2. The output should be 14. There we go. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try another example with exponents over here. Example 2, let's call it. So, 2 raised to the power 3, and let's, add 4. So what it will do is, basically, over here, it will do 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 plus 4. So 2 multiplied by 2 is 4, 4 multiplied by 2 is 8, plus 4, it's 12. Okay, this is what's really happening over here. Okay, I'm going to delete this, or you know what, I'm going to put a hashtag over here. All right, let's try printing this example. See, let's try one more example. Okay, example 3. Let's say I have 10. I wanted to divide by 2. Let's add, okay, let's add 3, and then I multiply it by 2. So what it will do is, it will divide first. It will divide 10 by 2 first, and then it will multiply. Okay, it goes from left to right, and the output will be, guess, it will be a float value, because it's dealing with simple division. It's not dealing with floor division. It will come out to be 11. 11.0. There we go. It's simple division. Now, what if I do the same thing over here, but instead of simple division, I'll do a floor division. It'll give us 11. See the difference? Simple division, It gives you a float value in the output, even though it's the same thing. 11.0 or 11 is the same thing. But in Python, it's a different data type altogether. So if you want your output to be as a whole integer, use float division, which is actually preferred in Python everywhere. I hope you've been following me so far. Remember, the correct order is very essential for accurate results. Now, what we're going to do, I'm actually going to give you a few questions. For example, let's say question 1. Okay, I'm going to provide you with about 5 to 6 questions now. I want you to try them at your end. And then once you've tried solving them, I want you to post the answers in the comments below. And if you have questions about them, if you have any doubts, confusions, post them as well. And I will try getting back to you, try providing you with a solution to the best of my knowledge. The first one, write, let's say Python code to add two numbers and then multiply the result by 3. Okay, that's the question that I want you to work on. Okay, there we go. That's the question. All right, question number 2. Let's try finding the remainder when 17 is divided by 5. Yeah, that's your second question. Now, question 3. Let's say calculate. Let's put brackets over here. 5 plus 3. What else? Okay. Let's put an exponent over there. 2 and then minus 4 in Python. Okay. Let's write question number 4. I want you to try, figuring this out by yourself. Whatever question, don't worry about if the output is correct or it's not. Try them at your end. Somehow, I have a feeling that you will be able to tell it by yourself anyway. And whatever the output may be, I will cover the answers to these questions in my next video, so you will get to know anyway. Okay? All right. Let's say use flow division to divide 15 by 4. Okay, let's try that. And now the next two questions are kind of similar, but just for your practice, nothing else. Question number 5. Let's say evaluate brackets 8 plus 2 multiplied by 5 minus 4. Let's say what you come up with that. Okay, another question just for to make it fun. Okay, so what will be the output of, let's say, let's keep it simple, 3 plus 6 divided by 2 multiplied by 4 in Python. Just you try calculating this verbally instead of typing it down or performing it in Python. Just try calculating it verbally as the question is asking for it. Well, what will be the output of this? And let's see what happens. Okay, so that's it for today's lesson on Python arithmetic operations. Now, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Python for Everyone. See you next time. Bye-bye.